Hi friends, welcome back. In the earlier sessions, we had seen how a conventional machine works, and then later we understood the learning process of humans, and then we looked at how machine can be made to learn through supervised learning, and later we understood the process of unsupervised learning. In supervised learning, we require pairs of input output to be given to the machine and make the machine to correlate between input and output. Whereas the unsupervised learning, we have only set of inputs, no labels attached to that, and the machine has to look at all the inputs and identify the features and try to cluster them and find what is common and classify the data or other side. A large feature set can be reduced to a small feature set so that the same classification can be done with a smaller number of features. So that's a feature detection, and through that we make you dimensionality reduction. So all this was about the unsupervised learning. Now let's get continue our discussion. So the next one is what we would like to have. So before getting into detail about the next topic, let us just look at what's happening here. So I hope you go back to your childhood and try to recall the situation or the time when you were about to learn how to ride a bicycle. Yeah, that's what I'd like to make you remember. So, what exactly we did? So, we wanted to work on the bicycle, but for riding a bicycle, we don't know what is it. So, it cannot be learned by observing others as we thought in unsupervised learning, nor somebody can teach us how to write. So, no, it has to be personally done, personally experienced. So, without knowing how to write, we should start writing, and this is how we began our journey of riding a bicycle. So, we were not sure how to ride or in technical way how to balance a bicycle. We were not sure, so this is how we started our journey. Not able to hold our curiosity, so and not even were having the strength enough to courage enough to sit on the seat and ride. So we started this way, and then. Somewhere parents made us to sit on the seat and they held the bicycle and made us to move with the confidence that the parent is still holding the bicycle. We just started moving and slowly the parent just goes back and we continue. So in all, what is required is number one, make sure that we keep moving. If we don't move, we are going to fall. That's the first lesson we have to learn. And the second lesson we have to learn is make sure to adjust the position of the handle so that if the body is leaning towards the right, somehow make sure to adjust the handle so that it is pushed towards left, or if it is moving towards left, then should make somehow to push ourselves to the right. So for that, the maneuvering of the handle is equally important. But the thing is, we don't know what is meant by leaning left, what is meant by leaning right. It's only has to be experienced, and we just continue learning this. And in doing this, what is required is we need to keep pedaling, we need to change the position of the handle with time as per requirement. But it is not possible to learn all the skills in one shot. So we start doing it. And what we have are two things. One, if we continue to be on the seat for longer period, we have something called happiness. And if we do some mistake, then we fall and we get hurt. So there is one side, something a reward like thing, and other side there is something called punishment. That is, we fall if we do something wrong, and if we do something right, we continue to ride for longer period. So we feel happy, we feel proud, and all that. Overall, what mind has to do, what brain has to do, is keep tracking these actions. So, what action the leg is doing and what action the hands are doing. So, the legs are doing with the pedal, hands are doing with the handle, and how the two things are getting synchronized. So, if the things get synchronized for some time, then we will be able to move forward for some time. So that will give some sort of happiness. And if we do something wrong, then we fall down, and that's going to hurt us. So brain with practice, what we call, we keep repeating this again and again and again. But each time we are repeating, unknowingly, our brain is trying to imitate the actions that was giving happiness more often, and it is going to avoid the actions that make us fall and get hurt. So, what is really happening is we just want to remember and repeat more oftenly, which keeps us on the seat for a longer period. And we want to avoid the actions we have done that made us fall, get hurt, and all that, and avoid that as much as possible. So, this process is a feedback thing. So, what we do is we have a cycle. The cycle has got two components. One is the pedal, other is the handle, and the pedal and handle are to be properly activated. And with activation, we get some outcome. It may be a positive outcome or a negative outcome, and this outcome is fed back to our mind, and mind will try to remember these things and make sure to repeat the actions that give positive results more often and avoid the actions that give negative results as much as possible. So, this way we continue, and finally we will be expert in riding a bicycle. So in all, what has happened is we started with a very elementary way of riding a bicycle, and then somehow made efforts to sit on the seat, fell down every now and then, but we did not leave it, and we continued to struggle again and again and again. And in this, there is a closed loop system. So what we do are the actions. So that is what we do through our legs onto the pedals, and what we do with the hands onto the handle. These two actions are remembered, and the result of these two actions are fed back to our brain, and we just try to understand what has happened. And the actions that allow us to ride more longer onto the bike will be taken as rewards, and we would like to repeat these actions, and we want more and more rewards. And the actions that led us to fall down and get injury and all that are the punishment. So we don't want to be punished, so our brain somehow tries to avoid such actions. So in doing this through the feedback, we keep doing this again and again and again, and this process, every time we repeat, we improve our skills of writing, and finally, we take up this action. So that is how we learned writing. That's how we would learn swimming and anything. So what is required here is our actual involvement in learning, and there is no one to teach us, and so it cannot be called supervised learning. And you just can't sit on the shore, see what how people are swimming, or you can't just look at the people riding the bicycle and observe them again and again, and then you become a rider. No, it is not possible unless until you dive into the water. You can't learn swimming unless until you sit on the bicycle seat and fall down. We can't learn cycling. So this neither can be supervised nor can be unsupervised. And this one is a regular process which each step we improve our skills. So this is what we call reinforcement learning. So let's see what reinforcement learning is in detail in the next session. So keep watching. Thank you.